what happened to me.
You got involved in a new project that's going to put us all in a state of shock.
Wrong. Papa, you know how you always wanted me to be a culture vulture?
I don't recall using that phrase.
Well, you know how you hate rock and roll music, and you always wanted me to be interested in classical music?
Yes?
Well, I am.
Wait a minute. You mean this morning you went to school liking rock and roll, and this evening you came home liking the classics? You must have left out the middle part.
That's the surprise. I tried out for the school orchestra and I made it. They're going to give me an instrument and free lessons. I'll be playing all the classics.
That's wonderful.
I had no idea you were interested in music, Patty.
She isn't. I've heard her sing.
I can't tell you how delighted I am. You know, you're really a chip off the old block. You know, I worked my way through college playing the piano. Boy, that's wonderful. We can have our own little musicales around here. Kathy can play the violin, I'll play the piano, and what's your instrument?
I brought it home. I'll go get it. Patty didn't mention a thing to me about this. I guess she wanted to surprise me.
Well, I'm more than surprised. I'm thrilled. There's going to be a whole new atmosphere around here.
Here it is.
Meet Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square.
But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair, but they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day.
Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette.
Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
Excuse me. She certainly is practicing a lot, isn't she?
She hasn't stopped since early this morning.
That's wonderful.
My ears hurt. I'm not a musician, Martin, but isn't she playing a lot of wrong notes?
What makes you think that, Aunt Natalie?
Well, now, she's playing a few, but that's what practicing is for.
So you can learn wrong notes?
It wouldn't hurt you to study an instrument. Excuse me.
Can I get you something, Martin?
No, I'll be right back. Good morning, Richard.
Not anymore, Essen.
What happened?
Everything.
Patty had a quarrel.
It wasn't even a quarrel.
She interested in some other guy?
With some other guy, I can handle it. I lost her to a tuba.
I don't understand.
Patty suddenly got this thing for long-haired music. Since she joined the school orchestra, she's got that silly tuba wrapped around her all the time.
Sorry, Richard. I'm afraid I'm on Patty's side. I'm delighted that she's taken up a musical instrument.
You want your only daughter to be a tuba player?
How do you think it's going to be her life's work? Well, look at it this way, Richard. You've lost her to Mozart. It's bigger than both of you.
Martin? Gee, I thought maybe you'd be on my side, Mr. Lane.
Sorry, Richard.
Tell her I'll send for my rock and roll records.
Patty! Do you think you could stop that for a little while? I've been trying to write a letter.
You mean music bothers you?
No, music doesn't, but...
Patty, you haven't stopped playing that thing all week. Well, how am I going to learn if I don't practice?
Could you go somewhere else and practice?
Where? How about Chicago? I thought you liked music.
Listen to this.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Handel. Oh, I'd recognize it any place. Thank you. You know, Kath, Papa was sure right. I always thought long-hair music was a drag.
But boy, it really lifts you.
You mean playing that lifts you?
Not so much what I'm doing now. It's what I'm going to do.
I've decided to give concerts on the tuba. Oh, that will be a novelty. I'll be the only woman tuba player in the world. We'll play everywhere. London, Paris, the Bronx.
Posters will simply say, Patty Lane
And her tuba.
The theaters will be sold out as soon as we're announced.
Of course, it would be a lonely life.
But it's all worth it. One day, you're walking down the street in a strange city, and people recognize you. You hear them say, there goes Patty Lane and her tuba. And they say, Miss Lane, my mother took me to hear you play when I was a little girl. It changed the whole course of my life. Think of all the happiness I've brought to people.
Oh, I can't. I get all choked up.
Me too. It's like Eddie says.
Who is Eddie? Oh, he's the one who got me interested in this. I see.
He's going to form an all-girl band. He plays everything. Clarinet, sax, oboe.
I believe that's pronounced oboe.
Oboe. He plays it.
What does Eddie look like? Like Leonard Bernstein, only with more talent. And it was Eddie who suggested you take up the tuba.
Yeah. I guess there aren't too many girl tuba players around. Well, back to culture.
What's that?
It's Patty practicing.
After midnight.
She doesn't even stop to eat. I think they feed her through that horn. Martin, you've got to stop her.
Oh, now, Natalie, we both love music and we want the children to appreciate it, right?
Right. And I don't care what anybody says, that's not music.
Well, it's beginning.
Couldn't she begin a little softer?
Tuba's a tuba. Just comes out loud.
All right. If you can stand it, I suppose I can stand it.
Well, the important thing is not to discourage her. Don't you remember at the beginning how we were afraid that she might not stick with it?
Yeah, those were the days.
But she has stuck with it, and that's wonderful. If we discourage her at this point, she could easily lose interest in it.
Promises.
Just give it a chance.
All right. Remind me to buy some earmuffs tomorrow. Is anything wrong, Martin?
Oh, no.
Can't you sleep?
Oh, sure. I was just enjoying the music.
I got your pair of earmuffs. They're in the drawer.
Oh? I don't need them.
As you wish. Good night.
Natalie,
Yes, dear?
that coffee's from the bottom of the pot. Well, you know I can't stand coffee from the bottom of the pot.
I'm sorry, Martin. I'll get you some coffee from the top of the pot.
All right. Never mind. I'm sorry. It's just I have this terrible headache. I'm not myself.
I'll see. Boy, I'll be glad when you get back.
Is there anything I can do, Uncle Martin?
No, thanks, Kath. There's nothing anyone can do. Listen, let's go out. I'll take you to the movies.
Darling, we've been to the movies every night this week. There's a concert at the Lincoln Center. Why?
No music, please.
All right, then let's go to the movies. If there's anything in town left to see.
I wish she would get that passage right. It doesn't go that way. I mean, if Beethoven had wanted it played that way, he would have written it that way, right? That does it. The rest of you wait here. I don't want to embarrass Patty.
Of course.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. I'd like to talk to you, Patty.
Oh, sure. Go ahead, Papa.
Can't you put that thing down for a minute?
Oh, sure. You know, I'm so used to it, I forget I'm even wearing it. Thank you.
Let's sit over here.
Sure. It's about the tuba, isn't it?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is, honey.
I knew it. You didn't think I could stick it out this long, did you?
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't.
Oh, you were right, Papa. These great composers make everybody else sound like nothing.
Yeah. Well, Patty, the thing that you have to realize is that some people are naturally talented as musicians and others aren't.
That's exactly what Eddie says. I'm a naturally talented musician. Oh, I love culture. I'm going to dedicate my whole life to it. A lot of people laugh at the idea of a girl playing the tuba. But do you remember what you always told me? It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do it as well as you know how.
Did I say that?
I've never forgotten. You know, Papa, I think I've been letting you down a little bit.
How?
I haven't been practicing enough. Don't you worry. From now on, this tuba will never be out of my hand. I'm sure glad we had this little talk. Thanks for encouraging me. You know, I guess there are a lot of fathers who wouldn't take the trouble.
Well, if you can't encourage your own daughter, who can you encourage?
You're wonderful, Papa. I hear Eddie's going to
announce who he's picked for his all-girl band.
Yeah, we should be hearing any day now.
Why don't you try out for it, Kathy? I heard you play the piano, and you're great.
Thank you, Molly, but I'm afraid I haven't time. I'm involved in too many other projects.
Well, we'll miss you.
You sound as if you've been picked already.
Well, let's face it, there aren't too many girl tuba players around.
Kathy? Maggie? Molly? Patty, I didn't recognize you without that horn wrapped around your neck.
Well, if it isn't the king of rock and roll.
Patty, can I talk to you for a minute?
Well, we haven't got much in common, but go ahead.
You see, there's this jazz concert at Carnegie Hall tonight, and I thought maybe we...
Jazz concert. Poor child.
Well, you used to love them. And when I say used to, I'm talking about last week.
I've developed a lot since then, Richard. I've acquired a taste for the finer things in life.
Here's your triple sweetheart flip.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you've changed overnight.
That's the way it happens sometimes, Richard. Like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis. Exactly.
What am I? A housefly?
Whatever you are, Richard, I'll always enjoy having known you.
Boy, when she gets off on one of these things, you can't even communicate with her.
I'll send you a couple of free tickets to my first concert. Bring you on.
I will. And my grandchildren.
Peasant!
Hurry up, Natalie. She's going to start again any minute.
Won't you take me with you? Please?
I'm really sorry, son, but you have school tomorrow.
Are you going out?
Yes. Are you going out?
Yes. I thought you said you were going out.
We changed our minds.
Yeah. Where are you going, Patty?
Eddie's taking me to a concert.
Eddie?
Yeah, he's her Svengali.
And he just so happens to be the greatest musical genius of our time. His father's a conductor.
Are you allowed to talk to him while the train is in motion?
How long have you known Eddie?
2 weeks. Oh, but it seems like I've known him all my life. He's taking me to hear Shostakovich tonight.
Honey, I think that's pronounced Shostakovich.
We'd like to meet Eddie.
Oh, you're going to? He's coming by to pick me up in a few minutes.
You know, we haven't seen Richard around here lately.
Oh, tin ear.
He wouldn't even know who Shostakovich is.
That's Shostakovich.
You know, I'm really very disappointed in Richard. He just hasn't developed intellectual-wise. That's Eddie. Hasn't he got a musical ring? Mom, could you fix your hair a little bit? And Papa, straighten your tie, And you... Oh.
We could wait in the garage if you'd rather.
No. Well, you're all right. I just want you to make a good impression on Eddie. He's so sensitive. I'll go let him in.
I think you could call me a fair and reasonable man.
Of course you are.
Well, I haven't met this Eddie yet, but I hate him.
I can't stand it.
Eddie, I'd like you to meet my parents. This is Eddie Blake.
Hello, Eddie.
It's nice to meet you.
As my father, Carl Blake, the famous orchestra conductor, always says, pure tone is no accident.
Does he really?
Patty tells us you're quite a musician.
Yes, I'm very good, actually. I not only play 21 instruments, I also compose. I think we'd better be going. We're hearing Shostakovich, you know.
That's Shostakovich. And since you're a musician, it might not be a bad idea if you learned how to pronounce it.
Oh, you mean Dmitri Shostakovich.
That's exactly who I mean.
He's hopelessly old-fashioned. No, Patty and I are going to hear Igor Shostakovich. Really avant-garde composer. Good night.
Addio.
What do we do now?
We get rid of that name-dropping prodigy and bring back old Tin Ear. Igor Shostakovich. Well, Richard, Mrs. Lane, and I certainly appreciate your coming over here.
Yes, Richard, would you like an apple?
Oh, no, thanks. What did you want to see me about, Mr. Lane?
Well, we thought it would be nice if you and Patty started dating again.
Oh, I don't think Rohanna Pollock would like it.
Who is Rohanna Pollock?
She's a girl who happens to play the tuba 10 times as good as Patty. And she doesn't think I have a tin ear. And boy, is she crazy about me.
She doesn't sound like your type. Richard, you and Patty should be going swimming and bowling and to the movies. All those things you used to do.
Patty's not interested in those things anymore. They're not cultured enough for her. All she talks about is Stasha Volchik.
That's just...
Patty gets off on these wild kicks, and boy, until she gets back to Earth, it's murder.
You're going to help her get back to Earth again.
I am?
Right. You can begin by taking her to a concert. Now then, maybe afterwards you could go on to supper. And then a couple of nights later, you could go to the theater. And pretty soon, you'll be back to movies and rock and roll and bowling.
Oh, well, you see,
Now, Richard, I understand that this is going to cost a little money, and we would like to help you. I think maybe that should do the trick.
Is that what you wanted to talk to me about? I've got my pride, and I can't be bribed. You can tell Patty it didn't work. I'm still going to take out Rohanna Pollock. Patty had her chance, and she lost it. Good night.
Didn't work.
I know, I heard.
Cass, do you have any ideas at all?
You could just forbid Patty to go on with the tuba.
No, I can't. You see, I encouraged her to take up an instrument, and I've always preached to her how important it is to practice.
There is a way.
What is it?
No, I couldn't do it.
Would it work?
Yes, but it's too mean.
Kathy, this is an emergency.
Uncle Martin, do you think Patty has any talent as a musician? I mean, does she have an ear for music?
Absolutely none.
All right, then. I'll do it.
Will it get that tuba out of this house?
Yes. But if Patty finds out what I've done, it will probably get me out of the house, too.
She's here.
That ungrateful monster. I worked my lips to the bones. I'll never trust another musician.
What happened, darling?
I'll tell you what happened. Eddie told me he was going to hire me as his tuba player in his all-girl band. Well, today I found out he hired somebody else.
Who?
Oh, some girl named Rohanna Pollock. I don't even know how she found out he was forming an all-girl band.
Well, maybe it's all for the best, darling.
I'll say.
Tomorrow I take this thing back to school and I never want to see it again.
Patty, you're not too heartbroken about giving up the tuba, are you?
I guess not. I don't mind dedicating my life, but not to anything that looks like that. Gotta go now.
Where are you going, Patty?
Bowling with Richard.
With Richard? Oh, is that on again?
Yeah. It seems he was going with this Rohanna Pollock, and now she's so busy rehearsing he never gets to see her. Bye.
Boy, talk about killing two birds with one stone.
It worked.
Certainly did.
I can't tell you how grateful we are, Kathy.
You know, actually, Patty's idea about being in the school orchestra wasn't a bad one. As a matter of fact, I tried out for it myself today.
Oh, boy.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square.
But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy